all through the morning, we've been talking about how the market has worked itself into a froth of anticipation about a 25 basis point cut, and yet the two very senior economists that I interviewed through the morning both said, we don't think there will be a cut this time. We think the bank doesn't have enough data. We think they will wait until the August meeting. Then we'll have the inflation report. Then we'll have the fresh forecasts. And you know what? Not for the first time, they got it right, and the market appears to have got it wrong here. But let me just highlight a few of the lines coming out of the report which they give you when you're locked into the basement of the bank. And I thought this was very interesting because what they've clearly done here is they've said not this time round, but a very clear signal that something is going to happen in August. And in the absence of further worsening in the trade-off between supporting growth and returning inflation to target on a sustainable basis, most members of the committee, remember that's most, not all, most members of the committee expect monetary policy to be loosened in August. The precise size and nature of any stimulatory measures will be determined during the August forecast and inflation report round. So what does that actually mean? Well, Mr. Carney got the reputation for being an unreliable boyfriend for a very good reason. That is that forward guidance doesn't seem to be worth the paper it's written down on. And again, this is another situation where I think the market said, ooh, Mr. Carney has said we're going to get a rate cut this summer, and they all went, it's going to be as early as this July meeting. Well, they got it wrong. There is no rate cut at this meeting, and the message is the forward guidance is probably not worth a hill of beans. But in this statement, in black and white, it says there will be loosening in August. Most members think that is necessary. So what we've got now, Louisa, is 3 weeks of fevered speculation as to just what that will look like when it's delivered. Will it be the pea shooter of a very modest cut in interest rates, or are we listening to the bazooka being loaded and we get something like a fresh QE program, perhaps with something sexy like infrastructure bond funding to demonstrate, perhaps to Theresa May's point, that this is an economy where we perhaps ought to see some fiscal stimulus, something that helps to grow the economy rather than what we've heard from George Osborne consistently, austerity, 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 let's meet our budget target. So I think it's a fascinating statement. On the face of it, bland, no change in rates, but the guidance here, there is something coming in August, and you can almost hear the tremor just outside the Bank of England of that rumble of the heavy artillery being wheeled into place.